Good everyone, welcome to the science class. In the last video, we learned about the agriculture practices. In the agriculture practices, we have learned about the adding the manure and fertilizers to the crops. And in today's class, we will learn about the fourth method, that is the irrigation. Already you know that the plants require water to grow or development of the crops. What is the first point? All plants and crops, all plants or crops requires a water to growth, water for growth and development. Growth and development of the plant. Plant. And second point is, already we know that the plant is water is absorbed by the roots. In the roots or in the soil, some of the minerals and nutrients also absorbed by the roots. What is the second point? In the plant or in the crop, water is absorbed by the roots, and already we know that the some of the nutrients and minerals present in the soil and minerals and the nutrients are also absorbed by the root of the crops. Third point is, the minerals and nutrients are also absorbed by the roots. What is the second point? In the crops, water is also absorbed by the roots, mainly by the roots, and already we know that the some amount of the minerals and nutrients are present in the soil, and the minerals and the nutrients are also absorbed by the roots of the crops of the plant. And third point, fourth point, already you know that the crops or the plants are mainly made of mainly contains 90% of the water, and the crops contains mainly 90% of water in it. Mainly the plants and the crops, they have the 90% of water in it. And the fourth point is, water is helpful for the germination of the seeds in the dry condition. What is the fourth point? If we sow the plants, if we sow the seeds, they require the water for the germination in the dry condition. What is the fourth point? The water is need for the seed germination. The water is need for the seed for the germination in the dry condition. And the fifth point is, and some of the nutrients also dissolved in the water, and the some of the nutrients also dissolved in the water, and the water is also absorbed by the roots, and it supplies the whole plant body, and the nutrients are supplied to the whole plant body. And some of the nutrients dissolved in the water, and they are transmitted to the whole plant body. Whole plant body. And the sixth point is, and already you know that the water protects the crops in the hot air currents. What is the sixth point? Water protects the crops in the hot air currents. And next we come across the definition of the irrigation. What is the meaning of the irrigation? Definition of the irrigation. What is the definition of the irrigation? The definition of the irrigation is nothing but the supply of water for the crops is called as the irrigation. The supply of water to the crops for the growth and development, for the good growth and development is known as irrigation. What is the definition of irrigation? Irrigation is nothing but the supply of water to the crops for the good development and growth of the crops is known as the irrigation. Already learned about the points again, the points about the irrigation and the definition of the irrigation. Now we can learn about the sources of the water and the source of the irrigation. Source of irrigation. Source of irrigation. Source of irrigation. Source of irrigation is nothing but where we can get the water for the crops, to provide the water to the crops. Example, we can get the water from the lake, dams, canals, tube pipes, and we can get the water from the lakes, dams, tube pipes and canals we will get the water from the lakes, canals and tube pipes and the canals, and you will get the water from the these methods or these types, and you will provide the water to the crops. And now we can learn about the traditional methods of the irrigation. Traditional methods of the irrigation. Methods of irrigation. Already you know that the water will get from the wells and canals and the tube pipes. And in the olden days, the people used to lift the water from the different ways by the cattle or the humans. In olden days, the people used to lift the water. The people used to lift the water in the lakes or ponds by different methods. Mainly water is lifted from the cattle and the human beings or humans. Mainly water is lifted by the cattle and the humans. And in traditional method, the people used to lift the water in different ways, various steps to lift the water. First one, pulley method. What is the first one? Pulley method. Second one, chain pump. What is the second one? Chain pump. Third one, dhakli. What is the third one? Dhakli. Fourth one, karat. What is the first one? Various steps to lift the water from the source of the irrigation are: first one is the pulley method, and the second one is the chain pump, third one is the dhakli, fourth one is the karat. And nowadays the people used to get the water, lift the water from the machines or the and some of the engines by the diesel and the biogas. By using the diesel and the biogas and by using the petrol also, they lift the water from the source of the irrigation. And now we can learn about the modern methods of the irrigation. Modern methods of the irrigation. Modern methods of the irrigation. methods of the irrigation. And nowadays the people used to provide the water to the crops. They use the two types. First one is the sprinkle method. Second one is the sprinkle irrigation. Second one is the drip irrigation. First one is the sprinkle irrigation, and the second one is the drip irrigation. In the modern methods of the irrigation, the people used to give the water to the crops. They use the two methods. First one is the sprinkle irrigation and the second one is the drip irrigation. In tomorrow classes, we can learn about the harvesting and the storage.